This broadcast is presented to you by Mayo Clinic, the #1 hospital in the world.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here today to Habtoor Polo Club for the crunch time of the Gold Cup 2026, the 17th edition. We're at semi-final stage, and our first semi-final here this afternoon will be between the UAE and Bangladesh. Bangladesh will be in their blue shirts, UAE in their predominantly white shirts here this afternoon. And as you see there on screen for our Polo Line viewers, both teams have had 2 wins, 1 loss, which managed to qualify them through here to our semi-finals. Another glorious afternoon here, weather's starting to get better, which is great to see, but we still might be doing half-time changes. We'll find out all in due course. With the HPA rule of 29, 30 degrees, we'll have to offer the opportunity for the welfare of the horses, which is most important. And then we have, coming up now, we'll have our lineups. And for the UAE, Her Highness Sheikh Maitha bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum will be playing at #1. And she'll be starting off on Leona. And Lukin Monteverde on 9 goals at #2 will be starting off on Mafiosa. And at 3 will be Rosendo Rochi Torgeta, who will be starting off on Jenna. And Salvador Jaureche on Claro. Haida Bangash will be playing at #1 for Bangash. And he'll be starting off on Panadero. Or Panadera, rather. And Poto playing at #2, Federica von Potowski. We'll be starting off on Calandria. And at #3, it is Tomasito Fernandez Llorente, starting off on Picasa. And for Alfredo Capella Barabucci, playing at #4, we'll be starting off on Rockstar. And you can all see it or not, with Capella in our last match, ended up losing his mallet. It went airborne. He kept his eye on the ball, eye on the man, eye on the mallet, caught it again, and managed to make the next play. Just outstanding focus there. And our umpires out in the field are Peter Wright and the Prof, Chris Hyde, with the third man being Matthias Aveni. And then we'll go here now for our team workout, as it were. The matches played 3, 2 matches won by both. Goals 4 for UAE, 27-25, that is, for Bangash, and goals against 25-24. So umpires just getting them sorted out here now. And then we'll get this underway. See the drone shot there. Teams, and in fact, it looks like Bangash have Just swap things around again. They put Freddy with the number 3 shirt on today and Tomasito there with the number 2. So the two teams lining up here now, looking to get this one underway with the UAE heading towards the Villa end of the field and Bangash towards the scoreboard. So the ball into play. Into play is out the back of the line out, nice and clean. Lukien goes to open up the backhand to send that out the other side, but it's picked up here now by Capella on his near side. Salvo working hard on him, of course. Goes forward, does Capella. Capella trying to weave his way through the traffic, looking to get up past Torreguitar. And it's Capella. Just checks up on that one there because he couldn't get a neck shot in, so he controls the play. Salva comes in and steals that one on the near side nicely here now. Tries to get back round up onto it, but the momentum coming in probably overshot the line and tried to come back in front of it, and Capella comes back onto it. The line cleanly. You can just see on the replay here now for Polo Line viewers. Comes through, steals it. And just trying to get back onto that line. Capella got himself on it sharpish. And therefore we have our first penalty here of the match, and it's going to be a penalty for a 60-yard penalty for Alfredo Capella. So Capella just teeing this one up and plays called. So Alfredo comes up with a good rhythm here. Comes in, strikes it when it's over the top, and it looks like that straight and through the goals it goes. Opening up the account here now for Bangash in chucker number 1, Alfredo Capella. So we just quickly go to the replay from the drone from behind. Comes up with a good rhythm and puts that one away nicely. So back to the middle of the field, the ball's back into play. It skews off out the front of the line out. Capella looking for it, but Salva gets onto it, but Capella comes up with the spoils. Capella, here's calls. He puts that one out in towards the middle of the field. But trying to get onto that was Lukien, but first onto it here now will be Federico, but just hammering down that line there, as no line had been changed, was Jauretche. And Jauretche picking up Von Podolski. So we get a whistle on that one here now. So the ball being teed up there by Salva Jauretche. Salva leans into that, gives that ball a ride. It's coming up down in front. They're all looking up in the air for it. Trying to pick it up there as Roche does so on his near side. Goes back onto his stick side there. Hyder goes in to put the pressure on. It's enough there for Tomasito to come and spoil it, but it's now picked up and turned there. Well there by Torreguitar. Back on the play. Torreguitar has to go under the neck as the pony just comes away from him on the near side. Lukien tries to change that line a little bit and come round onto it. It's been hassled and worked on hard there by Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. And he yields off it and leaves it here now this time for Capella. And we get a whistle on that play. And by the umpire's movement, we're going halfway. So we can see on the replay here now, you see he comes back in behind there, does Capella, and possibly reaching back for it. And just parked in the way a little bit, so... Being teed up here by Podolski for Bangash. Just looking to get those a little bit of tea or something to see if we can give him the option of going big with it. Tomasito goes up forward. Fede's going forward as well. So he taps it the once. And then this time just yields into that ball and sends that ball up forward up here now. And trying to get onto it. Podolski comes off the pony. Couldn't quite get onto it. Looking to come onto it. There's going to be Lukien. Lukien flicks out one away from Tomasito. Comes back onto it. Does Lukien. Lukien up on the move here now. Lukin, he's got players got up forward. No, he's over it. And thankfully for him, he's got Her Highness there in behind. Mather sends that ball up forward, but it looks like Potter's got onto it first, and he takes that round the field. He's gone a little bit deep, so Tomasito goes back to pick that one up here now. Tomasito picks it up, turns it there with Torre. Pulls it one way, then the other. Looks to try and get away. Gets the hook. Keeps control of the ball and his pony well. But they're all stacked up in behind. Tomasito goes off forward there from it. And he's just parked right on top of the line. Here's Lukin. They've all yielded off it and allowed Capella to come in. There's no strike for him. As Pitolsky goes up to the far corner to try to look for a fresh pony. And so this get moved up forward here now for another penalty 4. Once again now, Freddie Capella. Circling around up onto this one here now. Alfie comes in, it's along the ground, but it gets stopped there by Rochi. Trying to get onto it again is Lukin, but it's stolen by Poto. Poto sends a backhand in towards the goal, but it looks like it's just gone out towards the right-hand side, but possibly still in play, but then eventually does go out over the back line. So Yui back in possession again with Salvador Jauregui. Salva taps the ball forward. Goes under the neck with that one there. For Torre Guitar. Torre Guitar turns back inside slightly there of Alfie. Has to go back, pick it up. Goes with it this time. Sends it out towards the middle of the field. Lukin cuts back over towards us here now. And coming up onto him here now is Tomasito. I think Tomasito's pony had a little bit of a slip as it came into it. It certainly wasn't intentional, of course. So the ball gets sent up here for our replay. Well, it looks like Tomasito just misjudged that one slightly and came in with a bit of a thump. And so they've just gone to the third man just to double check. I mean, yeah, it was nicely hopped back on there by Lukin, the beauty of youth. So there you see Tomasito going down to change his pony as well. We do get a little break. We're just having just a double check on this because we have to be sure. So it looks like the majority of players have actually opted to change. And the schedule changing was Mather onto River, Lukin, due to go on Foxy, Rochi, Ancestral, and Salva to get onto Selena. Potter out there on Corazon. Tommy changing for Triple X, and it looks like we have our first yellow card of the match. And the ball gets moved up here now for a penalty 2 in favour of UAE, looking to level the score. As it's teed up there by Salva Jauregui. So an undefended goal here now for Salva Harechi and the UAE. Comes in, drops the mallet down, and through the goals it is. Leaving the scores up here in chucker number 1. We're about halfway through. I think they've all changed. And so out over towards the Villa side of the field. And you can just see on our replay for our Polo Line viewers. Salva Harechi just making sure of that one there. So if you're tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from, especially if you are on Facebook. Drop us a message. We'll see if we can give you a shout out as the match continues. So ball back into play it is. Comes out the middle of the line out. First onto it. The backhand sent out forward looking for Lukien to try and get onto, but it's picked up here by Tomasito. He takes it forward and then leans into that one. Gets a good backhand. It's picked up here now by Poto. Poto comes forward here. It is Federico. Federico going in there with Rochi Torreguitar on Corazon, but looking to get in onto that one there is Lukien, but Lukien comes in and the umpire's possibly deemed wasn't quite enough room. There's a little bit of a check. The umpire behind and asked his lateral umpire to see. Let's see on our replay here now. Came in, played the backhand, carried on over the line. The umpire is doing not quite enough room and space in there for you this time. And we have another penalty too, but this time in favour of Bangash. And it will be Fede von Potolski to bring it into play here now. Fede. Fede comes in, drops the mallet down, puts it away, through the goals it goes. So now back into leader Bangash, 2-1. Here in chucker number 1. Let's see on the replay there. No mistake there for Fede. And so, ball into play, off the front of the line out. Looking to pick up his Lukien. Lukien takes it back. Alfredo goes with him. He turns back inside him. Then comes back inside once again. Trying to get away with it. Being hassled hard. He's being hemmed in there. But manages to scooch away from it here now. Does. Lukien Monteverde. Lukien sends that one up there looking for Rochi. Plants it down nicely in front of him. In there is Potolski. Goes with a shot from a distance. But I think it's just going to drift to the right-hand side. And out over the back line it is. So we've got a little changing going on with Potolski changing again. Possibly onto Tiffany. And it is Capella. Flies it out there for Potolski. Potolski on this one. Being marked there by Torreguitar. Brings the pony down. Shuts it down. Avoids the hook there from Lukien. Avoids the next man. Keeps coming forward through once again. And then he opts to send that one up the front door here now. With the Highness to get up onto this here now. Looks for the backhand. Hyder picks it up and sends it forward once again. It's Hyder coming through at pace. Already couldn't pick that one up there, but it's Lukien to pick it up and tidy it up here now for UAE once again. Cracking little pony manages to get him round that corner really well, but quickly back round up onto it is going to be Tomasito. Tomasito tries to play the little backhand for Federico, and Federico gets the first swipe. The second one he ends up going wide, but we have a whistle, maybe a bit of an advantage trying to be played by the umpires. Let's see what they decide. Let's see if we can see a little bit on the replay here now. Thank you once again, Polo Line. So you see Tomasito comes up onto it. He's hooked off out of it. Possibly Lukien came between the players. But we'll leave that for the third man. One's only thought he might have nipped in between. And so it's just deliberating that one for a moment. And yep, it was given. Looks like the ball's been dropped down. I hear the third man saying foul on White. Lukien had come from left to right to make the hook. And the trailing player, the second player, was fouled. The umpire's trying to give a little bit of advantage, but nothing has come. So therefore we come back here now for a penalty in favour of Bangash. So it will be once again Fede to come round for the penalty here now. So comes in, Jai sends that one through. There's Fede von Petovsky making it 3-1 here. In chucker number 1 with 40-odd seconds on the clock. So there's certainly enough time to get back to the middle of the field and get this ball in once more. For Polo Line viewers, you can see once again Fede comes in. And no mistakes there from him. So ball into play. Into play it is. Looking for the backhand there was Alfie. Couldn't pick it up, but Petowski manages to come away with it here now. Petowski wanted to take on Lukien. Petowski looking for the next shot here now. He cracks that one in towards the middle of the field. Will it get there to Hyder? He's waiting, but he can't get onto it in time, so he has to yield off, and Lukien comes in. Whips the little pony round, and off he goes once again, but it's going to be Petowski to get... to try and get back to that one first. So Fede's just going to quickly change here. And just take a moment to shake himself off. And so that there will end chucker number 1, ladies and gentlemen. And Fede, I'm sure, will be back up on board for chucker number 2. And so we'll just go to a quick break here now for our Polo Line viewers. For some messages, adverts, and highlights. The score being 3-1 in favour of Bangash. Set sail. He didn't manage to set sail once again, and it's going to be Alfredo. Alfredo loses mallet in the air, picks it up, has another crack. Oh my God! Alfredo Capella, what a class act. He's a joker and a juggler as well. So welcome back here now, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams back out the field here now, with Bangash coming out on Pepito. Porto to come out on Chiva, the little grey. Penitente there for Tomasito Fernandez Llorente, and Rabicano for Alfredo. Highness out on Jäger. Lukien on Kaljaki. Rocci out on his grey, Catarina. And of course, Salva coming out on Cayena. So the ball's dropped here for UAE to bring this back into play. And it is. Salva brings this up here now. Brings it forward, goes on the neck, sweeping onto that one there. Trying to get onto it, not quite enough on that there for Rochi to get on. Alfie goes to the backhand, gets half stopped, looking to pick that one up with Salva in front of Poto, but it's going to be Salva, comes away with it here now, turns around the corner, comes back inside here, sends that ball up forward and pings it out here now. He had heard a bit of a call in the general direction for Roger Torregatara on this lovely little mare Calorina to pick up the play, but yields off for Lukeen in there with Tomasito, dancing around the field here now, leaves it back here for Rochi Torregatara once again. Salva coming back in behind him, but he goes with the strike in towards the goal, but just across the face of goal to the left-hand side it goes. And so the ball will be placed on the back line for Bangash to bring into play. Alfredo taps it up forward. Goes under the neck with that one there and pings it out wide here for Fede. Fede on the play. Fede leans into it, looks to get that up there for Tomasito. Tomasito onto it here now. Tomasito gets it half spoiled and taken away there by Salva. Coming in onto it, looking to spoil the play, takes the hook, couldn't take the ball. They're all trying to make the turn and claim that line. In comes Capella as well as Salva. Salva gets hold of it and sends it out front door here now for Torregatara. Torregatara trying to get onto this play. You see Tomasito comes there with him, looks to make the spoiling play, but relentlessly it is going to be Lukeen and the UAE coming forward, looks for the cut shot, he cuts it in, but it's just going to drift to the left-hand side. So good turn of passage of play there by the UAE. So ball just on the back line here. Bangash once again. Alfredo. See where he's going with this one here this time. You see you have Fede and Rochi having a good tussle. Looking to get to this one here first will be Tomasito. But in comes Lukeen, and Lukeen manages to peel that one away. And it is going to be Lukeen makes a turning play. Lukeen faces forward once again. Open shoulder up, looks to drive that one up forward. Doesn't get to Rochi, but it's going to be Tomasito to get onto it. Tomasito takes it deeper down rather than just playing the backhand. Looks to secure it to set up a play. Turns it away. Looks in comes Salva. Manages to flick it away from him. He's been challenged by him before and lost it, so he's going to be a little bit wary. And next onto it will be Capella. Capella from the back, coming forward here now. It is Alfredo Capella. Just running this ball forward a little bit further up the ground. Now looking to sweep and bring this one down the boards. Keeps it short there of Lukeen this time. Keeps control of it. Then gets hold of that one. Looks to send that one up forward, but he's kept off out of it is Alfredo. No runners to go up the middle of it. And it's going to be Lukeen Monteverde. Lukeen comes in, checks, turns back inside. Lukeen here now. Lukeen looks to try and get onto this one, but it looks like he might have just got a little bit of a touch up there by Alfredo on his way through. You can see he just turns back inside for Apollo Line viewers. Comes in onto it and just gets clipped on his way through. So we have a number of players off to go change ponies. We are about halfway through. And there's Alfredo. Not very happy. It looks like Ravikant had decided to run out of brakes. So up there in the UAE camp, scrambling for the change. They have a minute. And so, all players back out on the field. The umpire's just going for a replay for a previous play. And they were just discussing with the third man for clarity for the replays. And this will be moved forward for a penalty for the 60-yard penalty here now in favour of the UAE. So here now being teed off, of course, by Haorechi. Bangash back, looking to defend. Salva looking to put it clean over the top as usual. Comes up nicely here now. Salva comes in, drives, shoots that ball in towards the goal, and through the goal it is once again. A great find on his penalties is this young man. 2 goals it is to UAE now, 3 for Bangash. And haven't made their changes. You've got Haida on Pibi, Habtoor previously, Pibi this time. Tradicion here now for Fede, Tommy on Baron, Alfie on Magenta. And so we're back into play, and off it is going to be Pitowski in there with Lukin. Goes to man, goes near side. He wants to keep it away from him if he can. Picks it up nicely on the bounce there. Does. Fede comes forward through once again. Just has to go for the very acute near side shot, but unfortunately it's going to fall a bit short, and out over the back line it goes. Later, going to go to Luca. Rhapsody for Lukin. Nix for Rocci, and Maserati for Sal. As we know, the spares and everything do tend to change as we go through the game. So it's been brought back into play by Sal. Cuts this one out wide here now for Toriguitar. Here's the call. Sends that one straight down the boards. At pace, you've got Lukin going back to it, as does Alfredo. Alfredo gets onto that line. Alfredo Capella. There, looking to come away, but we get a whistle on the play. You can see Alfie's just gone to turn that play. As he does, created the new line. He comes off it and tries to get back onto it. And giving the right of way effectively to Lukin. And so we have another 2 this time for levelling the scores from Salva Haorechi. Comes in, drives, shoots along the ground. There it is. We're all even Stevens here in chucker number 2 with 3 goals apiece. And the drone replay. So, my right just lines these 2 teams up here now. Gets that ball bowled into play. Skews off out the back but out the side. Rochi Toriguitar onto that one quickly. But we get a whistle on the play. Maybe a blue player was looking to try and get in onto it. But let us see what the umpires believe. Or maybe was it a blue player? Let's have a little look here now. Was it blue's right of way? We go back to the line out here for our replay. Now it looks very much like a blue that was actually just been blocked off out of the play, and so we end up having a spot penalty here in favour of Bangash. Alfie gives that ball a ride straight up the front door. It goes. It's going to come down about the 40 up to the 30 it is. Backhand by Toriguitar. Nice tail backhand there by him for Lukin to get onto here now. Lukin keeps it away from the players. It's near side, back onto a stick side and fishes it forward. The reversal of roles here now as Haorechi gets up going forward, as it was Toriguitar who started off with the backhand, and he settles onto this play here now. Goes goalward bound. Does Haorechi, and through the goals it is there for Salva Haorechi. And a lovely start of the play from the backhand by Toriguitar. Dropped it down for Lukin. Lukin went near side, then ended up whipping over to a stick side and sends it up to Salva Haorechi, who takes it down the field and puts it away well, putting them into the lead. 4 goals it is now to the UAE. 3 for Bangash. And that's the first field goal of the match. The rest have come from penalties so far. So ball into play. In the middle line out, looking for his Alfie. Gets hooked up with the mallet and managed to get it onto his near side. But then gets ridden out of it there by Lukin and picked up now by Toriguitar. Toriguitar looking to take this one down the field here now. Toriguitar, Haida in there, looking to put the pressure on. He gets a little bit across the face of goal onto that one then, looking to try and come back into it, settles it down, makes a turning play, makes the initial adjustment on the line of the ball, then turns onto it. Absolute copybook stuff there by Rochi Torigata. You can see as he goes in, he goes a little bit to the left of the goals, comes in. Before he turns, he changes that line. Just enough possibly there. And it's 5 goals it is for UAE now. So ball into play. That's second field goal here. And coming out of that line out. As you see, we had a little bit of a couple of exchanges there going on just before this, but everybody's thinking it's theirs, but it's moving up forward here now. It looks like, as the umpires just discuss it to be sure. They have Fede down the bottom end just changing. And this is going to get moved forward here now for a 4, most possibly, in favour of UAE. Ball to be teed up here now by Salva Haurici. Salva comes in, strikes that one. It's going goalward bound, and through the goals it is. Solid as ever is Salvador Haurici. Putting goal number 6 on the board there now. With 6 goals to 3 as the score, and that there will end chukker number 2. So a very strong chukker there from the UAE. 6 goals to 3 it is now, as you just see on screen. Rochi quickly changing ponies. And so we'll be back with you in a couple of minutes here now, ladies and gentlemen, after some messages and highlights from Polo Line. So, welcome back, of course, to our Polo Line viewers. A mate out there on Amaya, with Lukin coming out on Cautiva, could well be, but unfortunately I couldn't quite read the writing. Rochi coming out on Cacha. Salva out here on Chispita. With Alfredo Capella coming out on Aurora. Teviana for Tomasito, and Chapo for Poto. It looks like Capella's just needing a little bit of attention down there. players just starting to come back out in the field here now. Hyder's already there, just warming up Cambio a little bit more. So we're looking to get chucker number 3 underway here now. 6-3 is the score. Very strong chucker there by the UAE. So ball into play. In the middle of the line out, it comes out. As Capella comes surface with the play. Turns back inside there. Looks to come in. Salva just has to yield. Takes it forward here now. This time just sends that ball up forward. Looking for Tomasito. Tomasito looking to pick it up. And just... ball just came in behind there of Torreguitar. Torreguitar thought there was enough room, but the umpire's deeming he was just shadowing over the line a little bit too much, preventing Tomasito from coming through properly. And the umpire just explaining that there. It's a little difficult if you're looking for the ball and it's on your right-hand side and you're looking over your shoulder. It's naturally going to take your horse slightly to the right. And so, Pitowski to come in on here now. For the penalty 2. Bede comes in, drives, shoots, puts away. So there's another one on the board there for Bangash, making it 4 goals to Bangash. 6 to the UAE. So 2 teams lined up once again. Ball back into play. Into play it is. Out the back of the line out. Capella wants it. Capella looks to try and avoid the spoiling play. There from Salva. Manages to do so. Keeps it coming forward here. Pitowski comes in behind. Just has to scooch out of the way. But we get a whistle on the play. Maybe Pitowski was clear, but the man coming with him might not have been clear. See if we can see it. Oh, we're on the drone, so we might be a little bit far off it. So this is going up here now for a penalty 4 in favour of Bangash. So Capello was probably looking for something a bit closer up, but most of the players were still in defence. So Alfredo Capella for the penalty 4. Capella comes in, it's along the ground, but it looks like it's going straight to the right. Hyder gets a stick on it, but unfortunately it carries on over the back line. It was Ali Amiri who did an absolute beauty the other day, standing wide of the post and popped it through. But unfortunately not on this occasion for Hyder, and it's going to be Salva comes in, brings this ball forward off the back line for the UAE, puts that one out there for Torreguitar to come on to. Torreguitar looks to come back inside. He's got a runner in the form of Lukin, but he opts to try and go further forward with that one there for Salva to try and pick that one up. Salva picks it up well. Gets over to Pitowski, then comes back to the ball, and it is Salva. Salva hooked off out of that play and stolen away from him there by Pitowski. Pitowski on the move here now. Pitowski, halfway line, gets away here, trying to get onto him. It's going to be Torreguitar, but it is going to be Pitowski. Pitowski just has to settle for a moment. In front of goal, he goes near side, looked to flick that one in, but no, he just had a little bit too much on that one, and it just goes wide. And so ball's dropped down here for UAE once again, but a good attacking play there by Bangash. Haureche once again. Puts this one out for Lukin, but first onto it here will be Alfredo. Alfredo Capella turns, comes away from it, gets past one. That's past two, basically, and he's got Salva in front of him, but shows too much to Salva, and Salva just flicks that one away from him. And it's going to be Torre Guitar to try and pick this one up, but there's a bit of an infringement of the line with the horse's momentum carrying on over in front. And we end up with a penalty now for the UAE. So, Salva Haureche to pick this up here now. So he tees the ball up. So Salva comes in, sends that ball up forward. You saw Lukin went for the run, up further forward he goes, but once again Capella's going to pick it up here now. Capella checks, turns, comes back inside there of Lukin. Looks to see what his options are, and he sends this one out once again here now for Potter. Potter out towards the Villa side of the field. Looks to check up, he knows he's got Salva shadowing him. He just looks up to find out exactly where he is, comes inside him, gets hooked off out of it, but it's picked up now by Capella. Capella onto the play. He shows too much of there to Salva, and Salva picks that one up nicely here now. He's got Lucchini, who was thinking about going forward, but decides to come back in to give him a little bit of a helping hand, but Rocci's gone forward. They both peel off him. He sends that ball up here now, and it just falls short there of Tomasito, so Lukin can slip onto that one here nicely. Lukin looks up at the goal, and he looks to send it in, but didn't quite get what he was looking for. But in comes looking for the backhand. There was Potter, and Salva thought he had the stick side play, but we get a whistle on that one there. You can see. So I think they'll go to the third man to see if Salva had a play there, because it would have been too late to the party for a play on the ball. They'll go to the third man. They'll just tell us in a moment. So third man just going to see if they're in contact or not, and if Fede had the right to play the ball, or maybe Salva was a little behind, but they'll tell us. So the umpires have had a chat, and they're just going to explain. And so ball's being dropped down here on the spot. And it will be Bangash to bring it back into play. I believe Tal was a bit late to the party. Fede just having to ask Fede just to refrain. In fact, no, that's where the foul was, but they have actually given the penalty, so I'm completely wrong on that one there. But there you go. And we have a penalty for UAE. And Salva comes up and pops that one through nicely here now for the UAE. Make it 7 goals to the UAE it is. 4 for Bangash. So consistent and solid as ever. Salva Haureche on the penalties. And the two teams lining up once again. Ball back into play. In the line out, it's Tomasito comes away with this here, with Torguitar in there with him. He's running this ball well up the field here as Tomasito goes near side, picks it up and puts it in towards the middle of the field, allowing Rocci onto it with a good backhand there by him, but it's well picked up though on the meet by Pitovsky. The backhand comes in by Salva, and it's going to be Lukin. Tidy things up once again. Lukin cuts it out wide here this time, but didn't quite get enough onto it. The backhand comes in there by Pitovsky, and it's going to be Capella. Capella looking to stick and ball this one, but the pressure's on, and it's just there it is for Alfredo Capella. Making it 5 goals it is now for Bangash. 7 for UAE. So back to the middle of the field. So ball into play. In the middle of the line-out, bit of a melee. Trying to drag it out forward here and keep it away. Here's Salva, he's got Lukin in behind. Lukin goes forward, decides to go the other way. And it is Jaureche. Jaureche sends that ball up the front door here now, and it's going to send Tomasito scurrying back for it. Gone a little bit wide, so we've had time just to settle on the play, and clears away from the danger zone once again and puts it out towards the boards. Lukin comes in there, just gets told to leave it, and leave it now for Alfredo Capella. As Torguitar has to just let him have that next play, and he sends that ball up forward here now, but it's going to be Jaureche. Jaureche comes in. It's spoiled in the play, though, by Fede, and it's going to be brought up onto this here. It is going to be, the ball comes forward. Unfortunately, Tomasito loses sight of the ball as the pony kicks it, and Lukin gets onto it first. Lukin Monteverde. Lukin turns, comes back inside once again. Lukin sends that ball up here now, but comes off the pony of Poto. Out towards the side here. Spoils the play. Near side backhand by Poto, but it's gonna have to be Capella to come back for it. Capella comes back for the play. Capella in there with Torguitar. Lukin. Capella turns, faces forward here now. Back into attack. In behind is Poto, but he sends that ball up forward here now. He's looking for Tomasito. Tomasito up onto it. Tomasito tries to get away. He's being hammered from both sides here, but he's picked up though by Ipa. We get a whistle on the play. Let's have a look on the replay here now. Comes round, he turns it, puts it to the left-hand side of Pitovsky. So this will clearly go up for UAE. So once again, ball teed up by Salva Jaureche. Just quickly hops off the own change. And Salva to walk up to this here now. Comes up, drops him out down through the goal. It is, flags aloft. Goal number 8 on the board there for the UAE. 8 goals to 5 it is here in chucker number 3. And there's less than 10 seconds left, so I think they'll call that chuckers. There won't be time to get the ball back into play. You can see this time on his penalty 2 for our Polo line viewers. He just comes in nicely onto it, a nice walk, and puts it away well. And the hooter goes. So that there, ladies and gentlemen, will end chucker number 3. That's for our Polo line viewers. You've got Jaureche there. Lukin dismounted. And they'll just have a little bit of a longer break here now. With the score being 8 goals to 5 going into the half-time period with 2 more chuckers left to play. And then we'll go to some adverts and some highlights from Polo Line before we come back for chucker number 4.
we come back from the halftime break with the innovative play of the match, Mayo Clinic breakthrough moments.
Lovely little Gray, he just goes over the top of that one then. It allows Torre Guitar in onto it here now. Torre Guitar going goalward bound and taking this opportunity. You've got Lukine leaving the field and playing change ponies. You've got Torre Guitar got time just to settle this down and just stick a ball that's all the way home and says thank you very much indeed for goal number 3 on the board there. So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers, and they're down in the Bangash camp, Dawson and Horrell, of course, Tomato Palacio. And now we'll go back here to the field, and we'll just clear the field, and then players will come back out here to get this match back underway again, with the score being 8-5 in favour of the UAE. And so our stats for the first 3 chukkers we have. Field goals, 2 apiece actually. Throw-ins, 2-6 in favour of Bangash. Fouls, 5-6. Penalties. All penalties been converted well today, but UAE have had 6 opportunities, scoring 6. And Bangash, 3 from 3. And we have 1 yellow card out there for Bangash. So out here in the 4th chukker, Ahina Shaker Maith will be coming out on Simpatica. Lukine on Kaljaki, I believe it is again. Gringa out here for Rochi. And Salva, well, we only get 3 from him, and he decides to mix them up as he goes. Hyder out for Chino. Calandria for Poto. Tomasito back out on Picasso. And Alfredo Capella basically just runs his horses around the list. And so the 2 teams in front of us here at Polo Line, and the Prof to get this ball back underway once in the play once again, and the ball's into play, and out it comes here now. Tomasito gets hold of that one there. Going with him is going to be Torre Guitar. He pushes him off wide. He looks over his shoulder and decides to leave that ball here now for Capella. Capella on the play. Flicks it up there for Tomasito. Tomasito gets it stolen away from him there by Torre Guitar. Torre Guitar. Poto's hammering down the middle of the field, looking to cut him down here now. Having to get a jiggle on here now is Torre Guitar. Torre Guitar with the next shot in towards the goal. A great steal by Torre Guitar, and capitalising on it and putting another one on the board there for the UAE is Rosendo Torre Guitar. So a super steal there by Torre Guitar. And broke away well. And so ball back into play. In the middle of the line out. At the front it's stuck. Hyder's looking for that play. Just lost sight of the ball slightly. So Potter comes in, looks for the backhand. Sent up forward there this time. And on the near side it's Salva. Salva going back there with Alfredo Capella. Leaves it here for Lukine here now. Lukine in there with Tomasito. Goes near side. Looks to send that ball up forward into the danger zone. But it's going to be Capella up on the play. Capella turns back inside there of Salva. Capella again. Capella looking to... Oh, no, I thought he was going to try and unload that one, but decides to go by himself. He draws Salva with him. He's got Tomasito in behind. Tomasito's in there in behind, who picks up the play, but both of them yield off it, leave it for Fede. Fede finishes that one down, but it's going to be picked up here by Salva. There's a couple of no-no-nos going on, but they just decided he's gone a little bit left to right there to get onto it, and let's have a look on the drone. We get to see it here now. Gone from left and carried on right. And so we have a penalty 3, a 40-yard penalty in favour of Bangash. So 9-5 is the score. And Petovsky to take the penalty 3. So Vedvantowski. He just changed on him a little bit, but he comes in, he hammers out along the ground, but couldn't stop that one there. First man tried, but we have 9 goals now to the UAE. 6 for Bangash. Here in chukka number 4. Some 5 minutes left to play. So they'll come back to the middle of the field in front of us here at Polo line. And on Polo line, I see that. Good afternoon to you, Tiger. So ball back into play. Out the line, out it comes. Pitowski on the loose again. Pitowski up forward he goes with this. Lukin comes back to him. Lukin goes with a hooking play. But it's going to be picked up here now by Salva. Salva opens up the backhand. Sends it out here now looking for Lukin. But he's ridden off out of it by Pitowski. Picks it up onto his near side. Running it round on his near side. Goes forward once again. Here does Pitowski. Pitowski looking to centre this one in towards the goal. Does so. Goalward bound it goes. But it just drifts to the right-hand side. So starting hungrily here are Bangash in chukka number 4. As Lukin quickly changes. Salva brings it in. First time off the back line. Looking to get that one up. It's half checked there by Alfian. Left now for Tomasito. Tomasito on the play. Tomasito looking to come away from Toro Guitar. Fernandez Llorente dribbles that ball forward. It now comes off the pony. Little backhand there by Lukin, but it's picked up by Alfredo. Alfredo comes away there from Salva. Salva has to clear out the way as he gets caught up there with Pitowski. Leaves it now, does Alfredo for Tomasito. He can straighten himself up. Salva comes back to him. Looks to come through here now at pace as Tomasito. Tomasito coming through the traffic. He comes on that one there, but we get a whistle on the play. As you can see, he almost deliberately eyed the man up, who was unfortunately in the middle of the goals. And we get another whistle on that play. And so we have a goal given and a technical, it looks like. It looks like the ball's going to be dropped down at the halfway line as players start to leave the field to change. They're about halfway through this chukka. So, yes, it was a penalty one given definitely for that. And we start off with Toro Guitar just quickly changing. And so we're about 30 seconds through the change. So Hyder back. Porto back on board as well. Now Hyder's coming back too. So players called. Oh, no, hang on a minute. We've just got a little bit of attack issue here. That was just dismounted there to have a little look at the attack there of Mathers. And all sorted. Safety of great importance, of course. So Salva just mounts back up again. And we'll have another go at this one here now. So Freddie Capella. Comes in with this one here, leans into it, sends that one up the front door. Looks like it's going slightly to the left-hand side. Poto's looking for that one there. And trying to get back onto it. Comes off the pony. Tomasito's looking to finish it. And Tomasito does. But we have a whistle. And just to be sure, let's see if we can see on the drone. Might be a bit far out. And so, Tomasito put that one away, but just going to the replay there just to be doubly sure that in case there was a foul on White. As Tomasito came onto it as well, which will make a difference how we start. So yes, the goal is given. And that takes us now, ladies and gentlemen, 9-8. 1 goal the difference here now. And so back to the middle of the field it is. So we get the line out. Alfredo was looking for the 5B hit, but it's out of the line out it comes. Salva gets onto it, avoids the hook. On he goes here now. Haurechi up on the move towards the goal. He comes here. He looks for the bouncer, gets hold of it, but couldn't get the direction he was looking for. And out over the back line it goes. And so Bangash back in possession once again. And Alfredo Capella to bring it in. As Tomasito changes. Comes forward here now. Does Capella. Capella sends that ball up to the middle of the field, and up the halfway is where it's going to come down and moving still. And Tomasito wants something here now. Tomasito goes near side looking after Torreguitar. Torreguitar comes back at him, cancelling each other out. The next man onto it is the UAE shirt of Salva Haurechi. Salva comes in, but we end up with a whistle being blown. There's a white player coming through. Looking to clear, came left, not right. There you see the two cancelling each other out. Salva takes that forward. And just trying to get out of the way and out of trouble. We end up with a penalty here now in favour of Bangash, looking to level the scores here in chukker number 4. So a very strong chukker by Bangash here in chukker number 4. Number 2 was certainly the chukker there for the UAE. And so Fedivon Potowski with Poto. Comes up to this here and puts it away. The flag is in no doubt whatsoever. Through the goal it is. 9 goals apiece we have here. 9 goals all in chukker number 4. So Feddy came up to this one nicely. No problems this time. As before, the pony was just hopping and changing the previous one. But through the goals it is. And we just lined up once again on the prof. Ball into play. At the 2s, 3s. Comes out with it. There does Capella. Capella. Up the field he goes here now. Going back is Torreguitar, as is Lukin as well. Comes in, looks for the hooking play. Keeps it away from him. Salva comes in to try and spoil it as well. He yields off it. Goes with a shot in towards the goal and sneaks in that left-hand goal corner. Does Alfredo Capella on Lennon. 10 goals it is to Bangash. 9 for UAE. So back to the middle of the field it is. Prof lines them up. Ball into play. Out the back of the line, out it comes. Getting onto his guitar. You see Tomasito in there with him. Gets the ride off, gets the ball out towards the far side of the field. First onto it, though, is going to be Torreguitar. Takes it deeper down into his own territory now, but in trying spoiling this one here. But it's going to be left here now for Salva. Salva tries to get away from Capella. Gets away from Capella here now. He's got Torreguitar in behind, so he decides to go running forward with it himself. So some lovely stick work here is Salva Haurechi. Haurechi taking the ball nicely, cracking eye. And Potowski comes in, looks for the backhand. And it's coming onto that one there is Capella in front of Lukin. We're going to whistle on the play. So 9-10 it is. So just gone to double check here with the third man. I think the players are, the actual umpires are pretty convinced, but so once again, ladies and gentlemen, of course, I'd like to thank our main sponsors here. Bentley Emirates, the official dealer and sole authorised importer of Bentley Motors into the UAE since 1983, operating as part of the Al Habtoor Motors Prestige division. Diamond Lease, thank you very much, as a co-sponsor. As a fully owned subsidiary of Al Habtoor Group, was established back in 1996 to offer automotive rental and leasing solutions as an alternative to owning and maintaining vehicles to corporate and individual customers. And so a ball's been dropped down. For Bangash. And Alfredo Capella to bring this one in here now. Comes round here on the mighty Lennon. Comes in, sends that ball up, gets this out of the danger zone, up over the halfway line, down into UAE territory. Thomasito's trying to go back to it, but first to get back will be Salva and sends it back out there, looking for Torreguitar. Torreguitar comes in, gets his play, hard spoilt there by Damate. In, working hard as ever, is Capella. The ball comes forward, and it's going to be Lukeen, rather it was, but now it is Torreguitar onto this. Torreguitar gets it taken away there by Tomasito. He can't get back onto it. They can't pick it up. Next onto this here, coming through and across will be Pitolsky. Pitolsky onto the play. Pitolsky didn't just thought about it, did Lukeen, but he left that behind, and it's going to be Salva. Checks, turns, comes back inside, faces forward here now. Looks up to see where the goal is. Teammates are, and starts running this forward. He's got his head down. He's on a mission. He's got near side play by Horeche, puts a beautiful goal away there for the UAE to Salvador Horeche. And that there, ladies and gentlemen, will end chukker number 4. You can see on our replay, comes in, decides, okay, we'll go over. Tomasito, let's look after you. Near side play. Through the goal it is. Very good goal there by Salva Horeche, making the score 10 goals all at the end of chukker number 4. And so we'll now go to some highlights, some messages from Polo line, whilst the players quickly change. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, our Polo Line viewers. About to start chukker number 5. 10 goals apiece it is. A very strong second chukker there by UAE, but an immensely strong chukker there by Bangladesh. Levels the score up to go into chukker number 5. 10 goals apiece. Will this be the last chukker? Or not? So ball into play. Into play is at the front, looking for it there. Was Alfie, but quick as a flash there. It's Lukin. Lukin picks it up, yields off it. Then comes Poto, looks to try and take it away from Salva, but Salva can't quite pick that one up, and it's now left for Tomasito. Tomasito has to go back as well, but the pressure's not on him at the moment. He's got Torgetar in there with him. Puts this one down the boards here now, and he's trying to get back onto his own play, but it's going to be Rashenta Torgetar. Sends a backhand. Petovsky reciprocates on Chiva and sends it back out towards the boards here for Capella to come onto. Capella. Up the field he comes here now. He's got Torgetar in front. You've got Lukin looking in behind. Goes, looks for the next shot. Couldn't quite pick it up, and it's going to be Lukin to tidy it up once again here with pressure on him there from Tomasito. Lovely stick work there by Lukin as he brings it forward, but we get a whistle on the play. Some very nifty stick work there by Lukin. Flips on the opponent, looks to pick it up here now. Comes forward on it. He's just getting a little bit of a touch up from behind, and we get the midfield penalty, the penalty 5B. Salva Haurici to pick this one up here now. Salva circling round onto this here now. Lukin and Alfredo having a bit of a tussle. Comes forward with it, sends it along the ground. Fedicook tried to cut that one out. Now he picked up here. And it's now well met there by Tomasito, but he sends Salva back onto it. Salva quickly round. In a flash he was, and the round he comes. He's got Lukin in behind. Goes with the long one. Looks it there for Torgetar. Torgetar comes the other side of Capella, and Capella picks up the play. Capella in the near side backhand. Sends it out. Looking here now for Fede, but the pressure's on as you have Salva coming round, turning the play. Right in front of the player. Let's have a look on our replay here now. There's not really enough room there to make that turn with Petovsky coming down the line at you. An ominous thought at the best time. So it's going to be teed up for midfield penalty here now. But it's Alfredo Capella and Bangash. So Capella sends that one up over the top. It's slightly to the left, trying to get onto it. Are all the players trying to get onto that one, but it's going to beat them out over the back line. Just to the left-hand side. So 10-10 still is, and it is going to be Salvador Haurici to bring it into play. Haurici taps this up forward. Goes with the long one here. Lukin's gone on the run. Darts one way, goes the other way, but it looks like it's Tomasito to pick it up here now. Tomasito at the end of the play here now. Gets up past one. Tomasito coming forward. He's got Salva out there in front. He's got Torgetar coming behind him. He has to scoot round the back there of Haurici, but coming on to him. Goes to his near side for the little flick shot in towards the goal. Couldn't quite pick that one up, but Lukin comes in. Picks up the play. He's getting hassled and spoiled, but he manages to get away here now, but it's left here for Salva, who comes away with the play behind Capella and sends it forward once again, using that ball to get it up the field. But Drogi trying to get onto it, but first will be Tomasito. Tomasito's backhand out towards the side, picked up well there by Lukin Monteverde. Alceras comes forward here now, does Lukin. Lukin hops over the boards and brings it back into play. Stick side, near side, quick reactions there. Goes reverse next shot in towards the danger zone, looking for a player to come onto. Torgetar's trying to get onto it, but at first onto that one there will be Tomasito taking it away from the red zone. Tomasito, Fernandez Llorente. Lukin coming back hard at him here now. He's probably going to check up, or will he see which side he's gone to? Left off there for Capella, who sends it up further up the field once again. Does Alfredo Capella, who's first onto it. Capella's trying to get to it. Then on the near side comes the backhand, spoiling that one there by Torgetar. but it's going to be Fede von Potowski to pick up the spoil. Salva in there, putting the pressure on. Gets away here now on Little Chiva. Beats this man here. He's coming forward. He's got Torre Guitar in front of him. He brings it to one side, just keeps it short, goes with the play, and we get a whistle on that play there. And the Bangash camp go absolutely wild. Let's have a look on our replay. Fede knows he's there. Comes up onto it. And Torre Guitar just coming in. The umpire's not liking that. Blow the whistle. We have a spot penalty. A matter of metres from the front of goal to the right-hand goal post. You can see on the replay there, elated Fede von Potowski. So Lukine's going back up to his pony lines to change. The others have changed down at the scoreboard end. So they've got the third man for the replay. They'll have the drone view and the side view as well. So the ball is still there on the ground. So it looks like we will get a spot penalty in favour of Bangash, as Tomasito's just hunting in the pony lines for some fresher legs. 3:46 on the clock, 10 goals all here in chukker number 5. And so Potowski just walking up to this one here now. Just tease that ball up. Just make sure it's all fine, as we have, I think, Tomasito back on Picasso. Rabacana for Alfredo. And players called. So Potowski comes in, puts that one through the goals. It is for Federico von Potowski and Bangash, make it 11 goals to 10. But we've still got half a chukker left to play. So the team back to the middle of the field here. Prof lines him up, ball bowled into play. Off the line out it comes. Tries to go for the backhand there. Does Potowski as a man at right angles who's also appealing for the line, and they get a strong blow on the whistle. Well, a spot penalty it'll be here now in favour of Bangash. You can see coming off the line out for our replay. The ball's in. Comes away with it and tries to come back for it again. So, Freddie Capella. Sends that ball up forward. Couldn't stop that one. It carries on through, but back onto it will be Lukine first. Lukine turns away here from Tomasito, looking to mount an attack from deep in his own territory. Lukine checks up on the plate. Comes back in behind. He sends the boys up forward. Oh, he goes for that one. Couldn't quite get onto it, but oh, look at the pony. It's rounding so quickly indeed. Gets onto it there. Does Potowski. Gets the hook. Does Lukine, but Potowski's get pushed out towards the far side here now. Shuts it down. Checks up, comes back in, faces forward here once again, sends that ball up in towards the danger zone. And in towards the goal it goes. Across the face of goal, the backhand comes in by Hyder, helped on his way there by Tomasito. But we have a whistle. You can see here now. Hyder played a little backhand, backhand once again. There by Tomasito. He went with a man, Salva, to push him wide off it to try and secure himself. But in doing so, he might have come a little too far off the line and comes back onto it again. And we have a spot penalty here now for Salva Herechi. Under the neck he goes with that one there, looking for Toriguitar. With him is going to be Tomasito. Players go up forward. Nice play there by Toriguitar. Sends it up here for Lukin. Lukin picks it up one up there for Alfredo. He and Alfredo come together up onto this one here now. It's going to be Tomasito to pick it up. Tomasito on the play. Tomasito on the attack. He's got Rochi in front. Hooked near side play there and sent forward by Salva. Salva trying to get away with it. Sent up by Lukin. Lukin feeding it now for Toriguitar. Toriguitar out wide. Knows he's got the big man Capella in there with him. Capella shadowing him. Turns back inside a little bit here. Going back to try and help him out are the boys. Lining up, forming a train. Looks to come through, does Lukin. Lukin dancing around with the ball in the air. Goes with the next shot and puts it away. Lukin Monteverde showing his class and style out there. Great talent from Lukin Monteverde. 11 the scores, 11 goal apiece, and 1:30 it is on the clock. You can see on the replay there, picks it up in the air, lets the ball come down, maybe slightly interfered with, but the goal is good. And through the goal it goes. 11 goals all. So the Prof lines the two teams up. Ball back into play. Frontal line out. Mid it comes out. Near side, stick side backhand there by Poto. Sent in there by Salva. Salva gets back onto his own backhand quickly here now. Comes up forward. Looks to get away. Backhand by Tomasito. But the first back to this one here will be Toriguitar. Toriguitar on it here now. Toriguitar weighted pass out there for Salva. Salva picks it up here, but Tomasito gets on over to him. Coming in onto it there is Rosendo, keeps it away from Alfredo. They're all coming into it. They all want to line. Good luck to the umpires on that one there. All desperate here now because it is 11 all. Potowski thought he had the right line coming up. Rosendo had turned. He reckoned he was going forward. Maybe he changed the line, but the progression and momentum of players is towards the middle of the field. Ominous for Bangash. Eddie thought he had the line. Maybe he had the old line. Maybe the ball was moved. So we have a penalty for UAE for the lead. And 44 seconds left on the clock it is. And Salva Herechi from the penalty 3. Counting up beautifully here. Comes in, gets hold of that one well. There's nothing they can do apart from it. Watch it go over their heads. And 12 goals to 11 is the score. 12-11 for the UAE. And some 34 seconds left on the clock. 12-11. So the two teams will look to line up. Ball into play at the back of the line out. Picked up by Salva. Taken away here now by Capella. Capella looking to run this up here now. Capella. Knows the time is short, keeps going, because does Capella. Capella on the play. Capella going towards the goal, tries to work his way through. Potowski. He's done it. Can you believe it? Alfredo Fede's put it through. So 12 goals all it is. And they'll have to come back to the middle of the field. There's a player off the field. Well, Highness is changing. 12 all it is. I thought they were running out of time, but it was literally through the goal on the button. But this time, ball back into play. Hyder wants a bit of that. Gets told to hit it. Comes off the pony. Capella's off again here now. There goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen. It's golden goal time. Extra chucker number 6. In our first semi-final here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. 12 goals each it is. And so we'll just go to a break with Polo line before we come back for golden goal. Chucker number 6. Ladies and gentlemen, it is golden goal time. Chucker number 6, 12 goals apiece at the end of chucker number 5. And on screen for Polo line viewers, you've got Alfredo Capella. Just mounting back up again. And it's a scramble to see what they've got left in the tank. It's easy to see that you have Tori Guitar back out on Gallerina. This lovely grey mare of his. A lot of work done on this pony. So the Bangash team just leaving the camp. And Lukeen just looking for a pony there with Lucero on hand, of course. And a good luck pat on the back there from Lucero to Lukeen. And Papa in there too, Lucas. As Lukeen just vaults straight back on again. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here to get this underway once again. Chucker number 6, very pensive Palacio. And so we have just off the halfway line Ball to be thrown from the inside out. Ball into play. Chucker number 6. Golden goal. We're off looking for this one here. Salva's looking for it. Alfie's hunting into it and looks to come away with it. Backhand comes in, but Alfredo's going to get there before Lukin sends the backhand. It's strong. It's hard. The first to surface with it here will be Torre Guitar. Torre Guitar. In there. Torre Guitar. Comes one way, comes the other. Sends this one out here now for Lukin. Lukin trying to get onto it. Potowski trying to get back with him. Near side play there by Lukin. Monteverde. Monteverde on the loose here. Monteverde over it. Picked up though by Capella. Pushes out towards the side. Looking to come on is Tomasino and Salva. They come together on the boards here now. It gets backed out towards the goal there. And Salva goes towards the goal here now. Looking to pick that in the air on the meet. It is Potowski, but we get a whistle on the play. Is it 2 against 1? Was the space? Was the time? There's nose from the side. Let's have a little look. He gets hold of that ball and Potowski comes in. Cracks it out of the air to clear it. But the umpires are cleared. 2 against 1. So we have a penalty 2 in favour of UAE. Salva Jauretche for the winner in golden goal. Comes in, strikes it, flags aloft, so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. An outstanding match of polo here this afternoon. No discredit there to Bangash. Their tenacity, their fight is formidable. But the winners, UAE, 13-12. An interesting flow of players. The players congratulate each other. And commiserations, of course. It's going to be interesting. You can see that in chukker number 2, UAE were very strong indeed after chukker number 1, where Bangash were in the lead. In chukker number 4, Bangash came back with venom. Relentless. And there are stats, and you can hear in the background UAE going ballistic. After chukker number 1, it was 1-3 in favour of Bangash. At the end of chukker number 2, though, there were 5 unanswered goals for the UAE, 6-3. Then we had 2-2 in chukker number 3, 2 and 5 for Bangash in chukker number 4, levelling up the scores at 10 apiece. 2 apiece in chukker number 5, making it 12 goals all, and the overtime goal scored by Salva Jauretche from the penalty spot, 13-12. So no disgrace whatsoever to either team. A great game of polo. And so whilst we just wait here for some highlights and some stats, we'll end up just once again thanking Bentley Emirates. Their co-sponsor, of course, is Diamond Lease. And US Polo ASSN, the official sports brand for the US Polo Association, the official apparel and jersey sponsor. Our media partners, Polo Line TV, of course, Albadia, Expat Woman, Loving Dubai, Presner Polo. I believe there are some general entry tickets still available for Saturday, which will be a very full, high-octane polo day. Gazebos are sold out. El Pastayo, there's very limited tables there as well. So please drop an email on media@alhabtoorpoloclub.com or give them a call on 056 373 2999. So they're in the camp of UAE for our Polo Line viewers. We'll just go to a few stats here now for our Polo Line viewers. Congratulations all round there. And rightly so, a very happy camp in the UAE. An absolute nail-biter. It doesn't get any closer. And so we'll go for a few stats here from the long view. Final scores, 13-12. Field goals, 5 from the UAE. 2 for Bangash. Throw-ins, Bangash coming out 9 over 5 of the UAE. Fouls 10-8. It was looking a bit heavy on Bangash to begin with, but 10-8 it is. Penalties 8 from 8 and 9 from 9 there for Bangash. No corners and 1 yellow card. That was early on in the match with a little bit of over-exuberance there from the Bangash player. And so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. An absolute cracking game. We look forward to our next game, which, of course, is going to be Dubai Wolves by Thera against Chihingiri. So for myself, Adam Snowden and Polo Line, we look forward to you tuning in a few minutes' time.